then liberation. So someone can be awakened but not liberated. You can be in the non-dual awakened awareness state, but you can still have trauma and conditioning, and you can still have other issues. So liberation is the process of deconditioning things that you've been conditioned with. So, deconditioning your beliefs around yourself and who you are and what you are is part of the liberation process, as well as deconditioning your ideas of good, bad, like, dislike, wrong, right, any shoulds that you have, anything that you like, life should be this way, this person should do this thing, it should be like this. Like, we inquire and explore into, is that real? Is that true? And deconditioning things like patriarchy and the idea of, men being a certain way, women being a certain way. Deconditioning capitalism is obviously a big one for us in this modern era of the way that we've been conditioned to think that we have to prove ourselves or be a certain thing or act a certain way to be worthy of love and recognition and acceptance, to be part of society, that we have to achieve something. And so there's a lot of layers and things there. In Tantra, we have this term samskara, which means a emotional imprint of a past experience. So a lot of work around liberation is liberating ourselves from our samskaras, which is like if there was an experience that we really didn't like growing up, something that we resisted and didn't want to happen, and then we didn't feel it fully, then it didn't digest. So the term digestion is used a lot, like, you let the experience in and your body uses up whatever it's going to use up for fuel and gets rid of the rest. And so we have that with experiences. So if you didn't digest your experience fully of the thing that you didn't like, then it leaves like this imprint in you. So then when something else reminds you of it, then you're not just reacting to that thing, but you're also reacting to the past samskara, the past time that you didn't feel that, and that can accumulate. So if there's a lot of times that, someone has called you a certain thing or something someone did that you didn't like, and it happened time and time again, then the groove of the dislike gets deeper and deeper. And so you want to go back and feel and digest all those things so that you don't have such a deep groove, and then you can react to the present moment rather than to the past as well as the present. And some scars can also be past positive things. So if there was a good thing that happened that you didn't allow yourself to fully feel the joy and the aliveness of it, then that can create a samskara, which can often show up as addiction. So, a big one for this is sex. Like, people don't fully feel the pleasure and don't fully allow in the love or the connection or whatever was there. They kind of numb out and block it. And then they just keep wanting more and more and more sex because there's something there that felt good, but they weren't fully feeling it. So they just have to keep more, rather than being fully present with the enjoyment in that very moment. So I noticed this, like, if I'm watching TV or something, I could eat like a whole block of chocolate and barely notice it and just keep eating and craving it. Versus if I really mindfully sit with one piece of chocolate, then I can get far more enjoyment out of that, like presence and full enjoyment and full intimacy with that one piece of chocolate and feel fully satisfied, rather than like eating a whole block of chocolate without any presence and then just like craving more and more sugar because I wasn't fully experiencing it. So we want to kind of, as much as possible, clear through these samskaras so that we can be more present, more alive, more intimate with reality as it is. So there's a lot of kind of work to do around liberation, and that's more the work that I focus on. So I often bring some awakening type meditations into my retreats or online courses or whatever, but mostly what I work with is this liberation stuff. And same with the coaching that I used to do. A lot of the stuff we were doing with more like therapeutic modalities is about liberating people from attachments or aversions, like strong likes or dislikes to certain experiences or certain things in their life, and trying to free up that energy and let someone be a more freely expressed version of themselves. So with those two combined, this is kind of the goal of the Tantric path, is that we can become liberated from conditioning, and you never get 100% fully liberated from it. There's always going to be some kind of like impressions, but you can clear most of it so that you're able to fully live and enjoy life without clinging to things or craving certain things or whatever, to be able to be more just like content and happy with what is. And then, having that awakening as well, being able to be loving presence.